And welcome to another episode of Zav's Takes. I'm Zav, and I want to weigh in on Jimmy Kimmel being suspended and now him coming back. I'm going to break it down to three parts. Number one, what Kimmel said. Number two, FCC Chairman Brendan Carr. And finally, the Walt Disney Company. Okay, now let's be clear about the situation concerning Kimmel's comments in regards to Charlie Kirk's killer, Tyler Robinson. It is still an ongoing investigation about Robinson's motive, and he is not cooperating with authorities. But we have a lot of information. His roommate slash romantic partner is cooperating. So are his parents. I have seen interviews or videos with someone he has worked with, someone he has gone to school with, and we know what he wrote on the bullet casings that he used to shoot Charlie Kirk. Now, things could change. But the evidence so far is not showing a MAGA guy whatsoever. And it makes no sense that he would be a Trump supporter. So last Monday, Jimmy Kimmel chose to bring up this topic and said, quote, "We have hit some new lows over the weekend, with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it." Close quotes. MAGA has reached new lows. They are so low because they are saying the killer isn't MAGA. That is how Kimmel decided to cover this. Now, is this the worst thing someone has ever said? No. Is he being disingenuous based on the facts of the case? Obviously. Obviously. But he shouldn't lose his job over this, because this is the country we live in. There is Team Red and Team Blue, and it is all about bashing the other side over everything else. You don't think conservatives do the same thing? Come on. This is what American media TV has become, and Kimmel is just one of many who act like this. My second point is about FCC Chairman Brendan Carr. I saw his interview with Benny Johnson, and the guy is bad news. Bad news. And I think at the very least, he should be suspended. If you are an FCC chairman, you don't go on podcasts and threaten shows. His own commissioner, Ana Gomez, said, quote, "We do not have the authority to retaliate against broadcasters. And so talk of us doing this is sloppy," end quotes. Even Ted Cruz spoke out against him. Listen, I understand the FCC regulates the standard television channels, but Carr strikes me as completely partisan, and he is out of order for doing what he did last week. Now, my final point. You can listen to me, someone else, like government, conspiracy theories. You can look at merger deals. You can look at the ratings, a bunch of different things. However, the most important person in this story is Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney. The reason Jimmy Kimmel is coming back from his suspension is not because President Trump or Brendan Carr wants him back. It is Bob Iger. That is it. If there is something nefarious going on behind the scenes, I will podcast about it. But I'm going off of what we know. The FCC chairman commissioner said the other day that private companies have the right to decide what programming they want to air. Done deal. And that is what I want to drive home. This is corporate America. Jimmy Kimmel is not on a podcast. There, he would have full free speech. But he is an employer for Disney, and Disney doesn't want controversy. This is the same company that has suspended Stephen A. Smith, Colin Cowherd, Jamel Hill, Rob Parker, all for things they have said on the air. Colin Cowherd, in fact, was fired. All these talk show hosts or sports personalities you see on TV, they work for billion-dollar companies. And the most important thing to these companies is that their advertisers and affiliate stations are happy. No on-air talent is bigger than the dollar in corporate America. So those are my takes. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you again soon.